Hi, welcome to day 3 of our fire resistance seminar. I'm Andrew Goodwin from AGD, and today we're covering landscaping. Landscaping in general is one of my favorite topics. I started in landscape design. We call this in the WUI code world the defensible space. So the 2025 WUI code has introduced 3 zones. Typically zone 0, zone 1, and zone 2, or 0, A, and B. But these are very important to get right. Zone 0 is one of the hardest for landscapers currently because it is from 0 to 5 feet of the building. Typically we want to vegetate that to make the home or the buildings appear softer and less harsh against the environment. But in this area we need to keep things clear of combustible materials. This includes no combustible mulch, includes no wood fences, and no shrubs or trees near your building. From 0 to 5 feet, just remember that that is a non-combustible zone. In some situations, you might be able to have a heavily watered planted material, but we highly recommend zone 0 has no combustible materials. Zone 1 from 5 to 30 feet is another really hard thing to understand, but this is the area where we want to have maybe some fire resistant plants or spaced out non-wooded plants. Keep all your grass in this area, if you have any grasses, watered and trimmed low. This zone between 5 and 30 feet typically does not want to see any trees. This is the other thing that's really harsh is sometimes we want to use trees to screen outdoor areas within this space. A lot of times this space might be where you have a barbecue or an outdoor fire pit or some kind of outdoor lounging space, and you might want to shield that with some trees. Don't do that. Please space out your materials in zone 1. It's also very important. Zone 2, or this last zone, is between 30 and 100 feet. We typically see 30 to 100 feet because yes, some properties are much larger. They are acreage, but even in the WUI zones, you have suburban neighborhoods that might only have 150 feet in their depth. So we take into account this last zone, zone 2, as being 30 to 100 feet from the building. You need to make sure that you thin out your vegetation still, but this is where you can plant a little bit more vegetation, look for a list in the WUI standards of the vegetation that's appropriate, and you can plant some trees. Remember to regularly water or irrigate these if they require water. If they are drought tolerant, it's less important, but you want to make sure that anything that is vegetated is watered so it is not as flammable. Also, make sure that you walk around your property and clear it regularly of any kind of dead or fallen material. Defensible space in general allows fire spread to slow or to be non-existent, and it gives your firefighters that are working on your building an opportunity to focus on the building and not have to worry about the area around it. Today's download, which I highly recommend you do now, includes a zone diagram of your property. I want you to work through that worksheet and redesign your property as needed so that you understand how the landscape affects that defensible space. Up next, day 4, we're talking about exterior materials and choosing the right ones. See you then.